How's it going, YouTube? Grossphere back with another Pokemon guide episode for Pokemon Unite, and I wasn't going to do Gengar because I assume he's going to get nerfed, but I figured I might as well just do him because that is the order that I had written down. Alright, so we'll just hop into practice because it's easier to show moves, but the first move that he has is Will-O-Wisp. It's 3 little lines. I don't think you actually do more damage if you're close to them, but oh, it looked like it did hit more than once. I always like to start with Will-O-Wisp for jungle, which is usually what you should do for Ghastly. He's very hard to get leveled up in lane. He's kind of in the same sense as Garchomp. I feel like just doing jungle is a lot easier, even though sometimes you will be forced to like bottom lane. But a lot of people like to run the like Fluffy Tail on him to make this stuff easier. I don't really feel like Fluffy Tail is that good or like needed. I feel like it's just kind of one of them like items, kind of like what was it, Bumbus Mask in Smite. For a while it was like crappy and then they made it better. Maybe if they make Fluffy Tail like actually worth picking up, it would be different. So the second move that you can start with, but I usually don't, is Lick. It's a line and all it does is hit them, do I think around like 200, and then it pulls them to you. Good for early ganking. Obviously, if you come from like top and you want to gank someone like right around here, you can just lick them up towards you. This actually gets a lot of kills, surprisingly, at the beginning of the game. People don't really expect the like early pulls. Okay, so when you level up, you're going to have the choice at level 5 of Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb. I'm going to go over the moves you shouldn't use first, and then we'll get to the combo after. So first up is Shadow Ball. It is a line. It's just like the move in the game. It's going to do damage, lower their special defense. It's got a very quick cooldown, so it is kind of nice to spam. And then at level 7, you'll have the choice of Dream Eater or Hex. Dream Eater is... it's very interesting. So it's going to be a line and it puts them to sleep. And then if you use it again before the timer goes out, you'll port to them, do damage to them, and heal HP to yourself. It also has the added benefit of resetting your Shadow Ball when you do it the second time, when you port to them. So you can like Shadow Ball... Let's put something to sleep. So you can kind of do it like this was kind of cool to me because this was the first character I played that had like combos. So you could like boom, 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 and then Shadow Ball again. It lets you get your Shadow Ball, your Spadef drop hit on the second Shadow Ball, which is kind of neat, kind of cool. Like it's okay damage, right? So the reason that Gengar is a problem right now though, and might need, well not might, he needs some kind of nerf. Even though I'm not one to like nerfing things like super bad, I think there's an easy way to fix Gengar, and I'll share my like thoughts on that. But his first move that you get at level 5 is Sludge Bomb. It just hurls sludge in the circle, poisons them. When it's upgraded, it has a longer poison duration. So you just toss it on them, hits them, poisons them, does a little tick damage. Not that impressive, not that crazy. It's similar to Venusaur's Sludge Bomb, which also poisons, which comboed with Gengar at the moment is actually insanely good because you can poison people for Gengar, which is actually, it's been working out very well. So at level 7, you're going to get Hex, and this is where the bullshit begins. So Hex, you are going to blink to the area. You're going to damage everybody in the circle, so everybody nearby. So if they're stacked, this is going to hit everybody. Poison targets take increased damage, so that's why we're using Sludge Bomb. And the move's cooldown gets reduced for each person that is poisoned that gets hit. And then when it upgrades, it does more damage. So the problem with this move, speaking of like what I think they should do with Gengar, is it reduces the cooldown of Hex if they're poisoned. It needs to slightly reduce the cooldown of Hex if they're poisoned. So just seeing right here, if I Sludge Bomb, get the poison, and then Hex, it's 1 second. Like the animation ends and you can re-Hex. And this kills pretty much anybody unless you're like Snorlax or you have like AV Lucario. Even, you might not even need AV, Lucario is pretty bulky. But this just shreds people, and it's actually a problem right now. You can pretty much solo Dreadnought like the second he spawns up just by using the Hex combo. He got what, one water gun off? It's just really, 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 really dumb at the moment. I screwed up a little bit there because I didn't have my Sludge Bomb on him, but it's still super fast. You can solo Dreadnought insanely fast. You can solo Rotom insanely fast. You can solo Zapdos insanely fast later on when you're doing increased damage. And it's a really, 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 really dumb combo at the moment. It's really broken. Like, honestly, it's broken. Alright, so getting into the ultimate, the slip and slide. Phantom Ambush. It's a dash. Blinks to an area, you'll become invisible. So you're gonna port to wherever the circle is, and then you'll be invisible. You'll gain increased movement speed. When you activate it a second time, scares all nearby opponents, damaging and slowing them. This is actually a... I've seen this more as like a chase mechanic if someone does get away, or this is actually really, really good for getting away, like as a runaway. It's kind of awkward to use your ult to get away, but at the same time, like if you need to, you should definitely use that to get away. I don't think the damage is really that good. Obviously, it's not gonna out damage Hex and Sludge Bomb. So using this to like chase down someone who ran away, maybe they eject buttoned and you need to chase them down, or just to get away yourself. That's usually what I use it for. Alright, so let's talk about the items a little bit on Gengar. I am currently running Wise Glasses, which is, in my opinion, a must on him. Just a special attack boost. Obviously, you're spamming Hex and Sludge Bomb. If you are running the Shadow Ball Dream Eater, shame on you. You probably shouldn't do that right now. Maybe at a later time. It's just not worth it. Honestly, it's just not worth it. You are literally doing a tenth of what you could be doing damage wise. I like Shell Belt. Gives you the special attack boost cooldown, lets you get a little heal, which is always kind of nice for the bulkier mons, especially when you're spamming moves like that. You can recover like a little bit. That honestly, it could save you. And then I got leftovers. I couldn't really find a like third item to slot here. It's kind of awkward for Gengar because obviously at the moment you're not really basic attacking, so you can't run like Scope Lens or anything like that. So just having a little bit of recover outside of battle for sustain, I felt it's fine, it's whatever. Stuff I would run instead, you could maybe run Focus Band if you are trying to be a little more bulkier and try to take hits. It's not really recommended though. It's not, obviously, you're not really able to take hits as Gengar when you're like melee, and if there's something that's like an Absol or something, they're just gonna crit you out of your mind. Floatstone's pretty good. You do have your passive, which I believe they stack, but don't quote me on that. But I always just found on Gengar, because of his passive, you kind of don't need it. If you're playing with friends and you want to run Buddy Barrier to get that boost and shield, that's always good. Special attack specs, I feel like they could be good, but I'm just not. I don't use these items. I'm gonna be honest. And then I have seen people use the energy amplifier for a quicker Unite move, but obviously I don't even have it, so I can't comment on like if it's good or worth it. Alright, so now we're going to jump into my favorite part, which is the actual gameplay of Gengar. Obviously I'm using the Hex Sludge Bomb combo in this game. I am also playing with friends again, so it was kind of nice that I didn't have to fight over like mid and stuff like that. We did have 2 randoms, I believe. So it's always going to be like awkward if you are a solo player like myself to do stuff optimally, because you can't really control what people do, and a lot of people are kind of like stargazers, I guess you could say. They kind of don't pay attention to anything. They don't look at their map. They kind of just do their own thing. They treat it like a solo player game, I guess would be a good way to explain it. And I actually believe this is the first game where I've ever seen someone rage quit, like almost instantly. And we had a bot on our team, and the bots are actually not that bad, I'm gonna be honest. So with Ghastly, I like to kill these first 2, the Lillipup first 2. This is the same thing I do every time I jungle. I don't actually know if this is the fastest yet. Sometimes I'll do both core fishes. Sometimes I'll leave one for bottom lane if they are struggling a little bit. I was gonna leave this one for the Machop because I know he needs to level a little bit, but again, it's a random, so it's kind of hard to know what's going through their head, like what they're gonna actually do. And this is the point in the game where I would say you would struggle the most with Haunter if you are like struggling, is because you can't really kill people, and our Scour Bunny is AFK attacking mobs like standing point blank. I thought he was gonna help me, but he didn't. And the Machop is the AFK, so he never comes back, and we actually end up getting a bot, which is kind of funny. So obviously my two friends are on the top lane, and we have the two randoms on the bottom lane, which I believe the Scour Bunny AFK is here too. And it's kind of frustrating, I'm gonna be honest. I would rather honestly play with a group of friends and have the like slightly longer queue time than play with randoms, because it's very frustrating. Like, I have to sit and do bottom lane by myself as a Haunter where I can't like kill or do anything because of the AFKs. So it's like, it's very frustrating. This game can be very, very tilting. So there's the teammate thing. I've never actually seen this screen right here of being able to control the teammate. I don't know if everyone gets this screen or if just I got it. But I told the fucker to follow me for the rest of the game. And the comma choke actually ain't that bad. He was kind of kicking butt. I'm gonna be honest. Calm's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like the calm in the practice thing, where they're like trash, but they're actually not that bad. So there I screwed up. I actually got Hex, and then I instantly used Hex without actually sludge bombing. So once you hit level 7 on Haunter, this is where the game is like 100 times different. This is where the spamming of Hex comes into play, and you just absolutely delete people. Anybody that's not like Assault Vest and super bulky just gets absolutely deleted. And this is the gross part of Haunter. I feel like he should be nerfed 100%. At least this combo. And the way I would do it was exactly how I said. I would make Hex slightly reduce cooldown. So maybe when you Sledge Bomb and then you Hex, it's like 2.5, 3 seconds. Might make it less spammy. Because at the, like, right there, there's no reason that those two should die right there. Like, just in half a second. And it's just spammy. It's kind of degenerate. It's not very, like, intuitive. It's not very, like, good design, I guess you could say. It's very, very, very cheesy and lame. And that type of stuff is, like, dumb. So I ult here. I wanted to just get by him. I knew I was going to kill this guy even if he was on his pad because of the Hex Sledge Bomb. And now we just start the diving and murdering of people. It's very, 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 very easy on Gengar once you hit level 7 to get outrageously ahead of everybody else. And it's like, so we have I would say moderately okay Cinderace. They don't really understand like how to play, and then we just have a complete bot with the Machamp, and we're still able to get like super far ahead because of just level 7 Gengar. And it's broken. It's absolutely broken. I wanted to do a game, honestly, of using Dream Eater Shadow Ball just to show the difference between the two. But honestly, there's absolutely 100% no reason to use Dream Eater Shadow Ball, because you would not be able to kill half of the people I kill in this gameplay. And it would actually be just a detriment to yourself to play that combo or play those moves. I haven't tried Dream Eater Sledge Bomb or Hex and Shadow Ball, but obviously, like, you could potentially do Hex and Shadow Ball if you have a Venusaur with you or other status ailments, because they can trigger your Hex. But honestly, that's getting too like convoluted for me. And I ain't interested in trying to wait for my Venusaur to Sledge Bomb so that I can spam Hex. That's just kind of not good. We're going to take a fat death there, but we basically... So for them to be able to kill me right there without them dying, they had to use Crustle ult, they had to use Machamp coming back, they had to have Talonflame there. Like, it's 3 to 4 people just to kill one Gengar. And Cinderace just gets annihilated, dude. this is a good point to talk about right now is the the fact that they have 4 people on bottom right now. I don't think that's good for them. I don't think if you have like 5 points or 0 points, like Machamp has 0, Crustle had 0, Talonflame had 5, and Pikachu had 5, and they're just kind of chilling down there, not able to kill anything. Like the 3 of them just died for no reason. Like they should have just backed or went and did jungle, went and did something, ganked the 2 up top that have been pushing. Like they kind of just left their top lane to one person. And I feel like they should have like looked at their map and realized, hey, we don't need to push this for 10 points when our team is getting destroyed. This poor Machamp, like, you can't get away. I think Crustle's the only thing that could, like, potentially live this. But, again, he can't because he doesn't have AV. He doesn't have his ult. If he has his ult, he's fine. But having to use your ult on a move that's, what, like, 5 seconds, 8 seconds, if it's not, if it, like, misses, the combo misses, that should not be a thing. You should not have to use your ultimate on a basic combo. So now we get to Melt Dreadnought. We are fully upgraded. Everything does more damage. Everything is absolutely ridiculous. The poison lasts longer on Sludge Bomb when it's upgraded, and Hex does more damage when Hex is upgraded. So because of how long Sludge Bomb lasts, you get to spam the crap out of that. So there he is going to use his ult to get away, or to try to survive, but it's too late. Like, it's too late. At the point where you get both Hex and Sludge Bomb upgraded, the game is just over at that point. Like, unless they have some sort of, like, super hard CC where they could, like, grab you and hold you, they can potentially kill you, but they have to put so much focus into just Gengar that you get to that point where, like, you focus so much on Gengar that you lose to the other 4 Pokemon, right? Like, you can't put every single thing into one Pokemon. I think as this massacre ends here, I feel like having something like this in the game, like, don't get me wrong, I feel like a combo like this that does super high burst damage on a super short cooldown, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I feel like if you have a combination of moves like this, though, it needs to be high risk, high reward. There's almost no risk in doing this. Like, there's no risk in, like, you dying. You have, like, iframes. You're kind of, like, porting behind them, which is essentially iframes if they try to do, like, moves behind or, like, in front of them. So say you're up against Cinderace and they throw their Pyro Ball or whatever the hell it is. I don't know why you'd use Pyro Ball, but if they throw Pyro Ball in front of them and you port behind them, like, it's gonna miss. So you have, like, small windows where you actually get a benefit from porting behind them. And I feel like if they're gonna have moves like that, they need to be more risky. It needs to be hard to land. It's not hard to land at all. Like, Sludge Bomb is a big circle, Hex is a big circle, and you can just spam it and it auto targets the person. There's no risk to it, there's no downside to it, there's no bad side to it, and it's kind of lame in that sense. That is gonna do it for the Gengar video, though, guys. If you're enjoying the Pokemon guide gameplay tips, make sure you do all the YouTube things. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on twitch.tv/corrosive, spelled the same way as YouTube, because I am going to be playing Pokemon Unite on there daily, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels of the Roses when I do get back to that. And let me know what you think of Gengar. I personally think he should get a nerf. I'm not a big, like, nerf person, but I feel like he needs it. I feel like it's kind of bad for the game is the best way to explain it. Him and Zapdos are the bad for the game mechanics right now. Let me know who I should do next. I actually don't know who I'm going to do next for the guide, and I will see you guys next time.